Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss Hyperspin 2, but not only that, there's going to be a bit of a rant near the end, so stay tuned for it. Yes, you read the title right. Hyperspin 2 is finally coming out after a decade plus, I believe, of nothing happening to Hyperspin Classic, which it's now going to be known as. Finally, we're getting something new. The video you see here in front of you is from a certain person's channel. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. And if that person sees this, I hope you don't mind me using your content. If you do, let me know and I'll take it down. But I just had to show the community. So what we're seeing from this footage is he's importing ROMs. I think it's a Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive as it's also known as, into Hyper HQ. So it's obvious that Hyper HQ will be their version of Launchbox. It's pretty obvious. And their version of Big Box will be Hyperspin, which I'm 100% for. The more we can move away from the old way of doing things, the better off we'll be. I know a portion of the community is unhappy about that, but let's be honest. If everyone else has moved on, it's time for you as well to move on. That is controversial to many in their community, but let's be honest, Rocket Launcher is not user friendly, and neither are their admins on their community. They're really poor to deal with. Anyway, moving back to this footage, we got a lovely look at the menu here and all that. Again, I'll have all this this full video down below in the description, but it's just fantastic to finally see something happening with Hyperspin, because for me personally, Hyperspin is the best looking front end that we used to have. It's kind of dead at the moment, so that's why they're moving on. Now, because of they have to move on, and because things have to change, certain things won't work anymore. That is your media. So you cannot transfer your old media over to Hyperspin 2. That is your logos, your artwork, your canvas stuff, like as in the wheel. None of that can be moved over to Hyperspin 2, which I'm perfectly fine with, because most of that stuff was dependent on Flash. Adobe has abandoned Flash. It's time for us to abandon Flash. Not only that, they're going with higher, better resolutions. Your standard will be 2K and you'll be able to upscale to 4K. That's brilliant. What you see here also is that he's going to import a system. And again, yes, very similar to Launchbox. You can also grab all the artwork and all the information just through this setting. Brilliant. Much better than consistently having to do it manually yourself. Everyone else is doing it. It's time for Hyperspin to do it. Not only that, we have Hyper Theme, which is going to be a custom web-based tool where you can import stuff from Photoshop and just create some of the best looking themes that are out there. I'm all for this, because there is so many talented people out there when it comes to artwork and Photoshop. And the fact you're going to be able to use this web-based tool to help you put stuff in Hyperspin is just amazing. But not only that, you're going to be able to download other people's artwork. This to me is just brilliant, simplifying everything. Look at the options we have here. Themes, wheels, icons. You're going to get box art, cartridge art, sounds, screens, backgrounds, and more. This is just brilliant and a huge plus from me. Now, only a small portion of the Hyperspin community, from what I've seen on the forums, and I mean a small portion, are upset that they're moving forward with Hyperspin 2 and not updating the original. I understand this. You've got your drive configured, you've got everything to the way you want it, you just wished the devs would update the software, which I completely understand. But what we all need to understand is the reason Launchbox exists and Retrobat is because people got sick and tired of Hyperspin and how it ran. Everyone knew that the way they were doing things was extremely outdated. This is why these programs started to come out of the woodwork. Now, this section of the video is not going to be easy for me because I don't like being harsh or mean towards anyone. But the overall announcement has been a bit flat. And that's because you only kind of catered towards your own community. This video in particular is only available on your website. It's not even posted on your own YouTube channel, which is just crazy to me. Any dev update or dev information shouldn't be just posted, especially if it's in video form, to just your website. It should be posted on your YouTube channel because you want to get eyes on your product. That's just my opinion. When you go to a subreddit, a Hyperspin subreddit, I'm not saying you guys own it, there's nothing there about it. There's one person saying that it's coming. No video, no link to this dev video, no link to any video. You guys should have been over there posting it. Get the hype going. Get people talking. Like, it just makes no sense to me. Not only that, you should have at least contacted a couple of YouTubers, I'm not saying me, and given them free access to it, to promote it for you. Again, you're charging money for a beta, which I'm perfectly fine with, because you guys need to get paid, because you're doing it for free, but you're charging money for a beta. And one way to make more money for that beta would have been letting these YouTubers know and giving them access. Because I really do feel like no one outside your own community knows that this is even happening. Personally speaking, I'm not saying I'm a marketing genius, but I would have announced the video, the dev video, the 1 hour long dev video, and hopefully a good few YouTubers would have been kind enough to post videos the very next morning. Now, if they clashed and they had a problem with it, whatever, but it would have been great because the talk for the next couple of days would have been about your product and people would have went to your website. That's just me. I could be wrong on this. Hey, I put my hands up and say I'm wrong. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here because I'm ranting. Hope you enjoyed the video. And like I always say, have a lovely, lovely day. Hyperspin 2, can't wait.